Okay, this is the experimental Bryggen configured Heddle that I make, and this Heddle has vexed me since I started making them. It's always been a question in my mind of how these were used, and the original Heddle has 3 holes and 4 slots, and it has 3 holes at the top and 3 holes at the bottom. And it doesn't make any sense that anyone would make a Heddle like that. These Heddles have always been difficult to make. They're even a challenge today, even with modern machines, to make them the right way and make them where they work good. And the question has been, ever since I started making this and discovered through some contacts in Europe the Bryggen Heddle and its date, and the Bryggen papers that explain the burning of the Bryggen port and the archaeological excavations after. This little Heddle was found, probably dates to about 1350 something, and it's not configured like any other Heddle. But it doesn't make any sense that a tool maker would have put those holes in for no reason. They can't have been decoration, in my opinion, and I don't believe they were. So these are for pickup threads. My work with the Roman Heddles in finding that the corner holes on the Roman Heddles was for making a substantial selvage for a stronger band. I believe that was the same purpose for this. But what the 3 holes at the top and 3 holes at the bottom actually do, and I'll do a farther away video like this, and I'll do a close-up video like I did on the Roman Heddles, is this actually makes a band that has one color pattern on one side and another color pattern on the other side. So I should have done like an orange and a blue, but I don't like those colors together, just to make it plainer. So this has got like a dark turquoise and a light turquoise. So light turquoise is on one side, darker turquoise is on the other. Again, the original Heddle was just these threads right here, just 7, but I warped this out to 21 threads with a pattern thread in the middle to hopefully make it plainer and make it easier to see what that was doing. So anyway, I'll weave for a little bit. So the first, I always start on the right hand side with the Heddle coming up. And the problem with this is this is a thing that's really difficult to see. So hopefully I'm not getting my arm in the way. So I'm going to open the shed by raising up on the Heddle, and normally you would just pass through the shed, make it a band, and then pull through. But if you do that, you strand these Heddles outside of the weaving. So what I do on each one of these is I pick that thread up, that dark turquoise thread. I pick that thread up and then go through, and I'm going to move this to the side, and you can see those threads. Once they're picked up, then I'm going to pull through like normal. And yes, I'm not weaving with a shuttle, I'm weaving with a sharp upholstery needle. And I'm going to push down to open the other shed like you would do normally, and I'm going to beat with the edge of this upholstery needle, which works as a great beating knife. And I've found it's easier to pick the threads up with a needle than it is to pick the threads up with a shuttle. And now I'm going to open the lower shed here, and I'm weaving on one of my bows. And when I open the lower shed, now if I go all the way across like normal, then I'm going to strand these 3 threads here. So I'm going to pick these threads up just like that. And when I do that, that makes them become part of the weaving. But here's the really weird thing. I'm going to pull through. Here's the really weird thing that it does that I didn't expect. I didn't understand that it was going to do. Okay, so I'm going to raise up now on this side, and I'm going to beat and pull through. And when I do that, what happens is it's got one pattern on one side with the light colored turquoise. It's got the other pattern on the other side with the dark colored turquoise. And those extra 6 threads would make a really strong band. Now I'm weaving with 8/4 cotton rug warp on the rug warp on the warp and the weft in this weaving. I like it. I teach with it because it's super strong, and I am positive that this is how this heddle was used. So I make an experimental heddle that's got 25 threads. I've got this one warped to 21, and I just warped 3 in the middle to see what it would do, because I had no idea what this was going to do. But like I said, the idea was to use that as a pickup thread, like in the Roman heddles that just have the corner hole on the outside edges, and it does an unexpected thing here with the two-sided weaving.